Growing up in the US, I thought I wasn't asking for too much. A livable wage, not being treated like just disposable trash, like healthcare, public transportation, and most of all, uh, not invading and bombing brown people for oil. Maybe that's a bad thing. Not dominating the global economy with USD, basically an American dictatorship of the entire globe, an iron grip. Like no one messes with America. If they mess with America, they literally just die. They get sanctioned. They get bombed. They get cooled. So I was like, maybe this is all like bad. Um, then October 7th and the genocide that happened. Check the mic volume. Okay. All right. So yeah, October 7th, and Israel started really going crazy. I mean, it was going crazy before, but now it's really started going crazy. And I just asked for less and less. I thought I had a realistic worldview, but clearly I was too optimistic. I thought people were just ignorant on how genocidal America is, or maybe they've been conditioned to be evil. They've been like, their environment conditioned them to not care about Iraqi lives. Uh, but no, actually, Americans and Europeans too, for that matter, are just evil. They're just evil. Period. That's it. Like today, or I guess it has always been this way, but it seems like you are already lucky if you can be exploited in the first place. If you can be exploited in first world living standards, it's very fortunate for anyone to work themselves to death for USD or euros instead of the like the third world, not the real currencies, the fake currencies that aren't USD, you know, living in the first world, having access to clean water, electricity, air conditioning, education, food stamps, and assistance, other food assistance, and climate catastrophe, protecting yourself from climate catastrophe. It's just not going to hit the first world as hard. Maybe like grocery prices will increase. That's like climate change for the first world, just more expensive stuff. Um, yeah, like in the first world, it will never get invaded or sanctioned. And if all of these benefits of living in the first world just cost like uh, subpar wages, like working a job with subpar wages and being treated as subhuman, if that's all it takes, and like unpaid overtime, long hours, then that's amazing. I mean, you get all of this just for being exploited, for working a BS job. You get all of that. I mean, there's a reason people risk their lives to cross the American border, right? I mean, that's that's how life is. You will work and you will retire when you're too old to do anything, and you will die lonely and forgotten. But at least you didn't die in poverty, or you didn't die getting shot or bombed. I mean, that's the most anyone can ask for. Just getting, being fortunate enough to be exploited, to get the chance to work yourself to death. So I'm just gonna say something that's I believe is true. Um, humans humans are disgusting, frail, cowardly creatures. They are the scum of life on this planet. They are given intelligence, opposable thumbs. Let me show my thumb, right? Opposable thumbs. This is my script right here. Well, I mean, it's a loose script. I'm just, obvious. I'm just saying shit off the whim. They were given all these resources, a vast livable space. They're given time, and they spit on it. They set it on fire and kill off entire species, reduce living to praying for survival, praying that one can afford food and a roof over their heads. Of course, there were societies other than the modern US, but this is what we ended up with. This kind of society. We will struggle for our entire lives. We will share our misery with even more miserable people, and we will try to create grand artworks and meanings in meaninglessness. And we will try to create meanings in other people as well, who are also lacking meaning. That's kind of a Lacanian thing. We kind of try to find ourselves, find that missing piece of ourselves in the void of another person who are also missing themselves. So it's kind of a void completes a void kind of thing. That's goddamn it. Why is Lacan so stupid? Why is he so stupid? Why is his work so goddamn stupid? I hate Lacan, man. I hate him. I despise him, man. Anyway, yeah, we will struggle for our entire lives. We will do everything we can to make life bearable in the time that we aren't slaving away for $15 an hour. Obviously, in that time, while we're working, we can, while we're working, we just, I don't think we think about that, right? Like Camus said, we don't think about death every moment, Yeah. Anyway, we will believe at times, right? Life deserves to exist. That's basically life in the first world, and that's very fortunate. I am very fortunate to be here, to have immigrated here. Don't tell ICE that. So yeah, but obviously I cannot speak for the wretched and impoverished of the globe. I can only say that the wealthy, the privileged, the superior are miserable. I mean, of course we are. Everyone is effed, you know. The gods, the billionaires, the Elons and the Bezos, they don't feel these things. They have transcended human emotion, I believe, because they are not human. They're not human. Okay? Like, people joke that, oh, Zuckerberg is a lizard. No, they are literally different species. Okay? You ever read Brave New World? I didn't. But apparently, I think, like, rich and poor developed into different species. Yeah, the rich are different species. They think differently. Okay, money changes the way you think. They don't think human thoughts. They think rich people thoughts, which is not human as we think of it, right? It's not human. It's calculating. It's not calculating. It's more egotistical. But hey, whatever. I can't speak for them. I can't really say. I can't really say how they live. But anyway, human life, right? Human life in general is a disease. It's another cruelty of random chance because it refuses to sustain itself. First worlders will rather watch or actively participate in the slaughter of other humans than to build a sustainable world where societies cooperate, trade, and treat each other as equal. So, the only hope that we can have today is that we get the privilege of living a miserable but not impoverished life, because Americans and Europeans have never seen poverty. You don't know what poverty is. You don't know it. The highest you can aim for, right? Uh, in life, in this world, is an exploitative, low-paying, soul-sucking job. That's what you've been preparing for your whole childhood. For my entire 18 years, that's what I've been preparing for. That's what the adults have been planning for you, right? And that's very fortunate that you are being prepared for that. So yeah, you are very fortunate to be exploited, to be insignificant garbage. Because some people just don't even get to have lives. The fact that you can be insignificant garbage, that you can be human garbage, is amazing. I mean, that not everyone gets to be that. You understand, right? So, yeah, grow up, be an adult, stop whining, stop complaining. I'm not discouraging you from like doing something political, like forming a third party, or just going on a strike, forming strikes, general strikes, forming alternative institutions like the Black Panthers and all that. Yeah, it's constantly going back to every leftist goes back to Black Panthers because they were the only ones that did something. But no, they weren't the only ones that did something, but they were the only ones that did something. I'm joking. I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you. Yeah, even the bare minimum, that's not like creating alternative institutions or going on strike. Even the bare minimum of education and reading on theory, that costs like nothing. Okay, if you have a device, if you have internet, that costs nothing. Reading up on theory costs nothing. Oh, but it costs time. I gotta work and all that. Man, you have free time. You live in America, okay? You live in America. You have free time. I know you do. I know damn well you have free time. Like even 1 or 2 hours. That's something, man. I'm telling you, that's something. So yeah, obviously use sites like Sci-Hub and Anna's Archive. Use those sites, okay, if you want to read. Everyone does it. I mean, okay. I'm not promoting piracy sites, I'm just stating the fact that they are very popular. I do not want you to use Anna's Archive. you know. But resistance is a thing of the past. If Palestine didn't accomplish anything for Americans, nothing will. Palestine was the last chance. It was the last hope, and it's it's pretty much fading away. So yeah, um, we are all fucked. Life deserves to end. I think if we like continue to drive ourselves towards extinction, then life doesn't deserve to exist because we have already declared that doesn't deserve to exist through our actions, through imperialism. Because imperialism, what is it? It's fundamentally underdeveloping poor people. and that benefits no one. Underdeveloping people may benefit you in the short term by extracting oil, free market reforms, dominance of USD, all of that cheap third world labor, cheap third world minerals and other resources. That benefits you in the short term, but not in the long term. In the long term, it means the extinction of the human race. In the long term, it means climate catastrophe. It means literally everyone dies. Okay? Underdeveloping one area means underdeveloping humanity as a whole. So, if we are heading towards that direction, then I can only state the fact that I guess humans don't deserve to live because they don't want to live. They don't want, and they don't. We don't want to live. Americans and Europeans. Europeans, you are the same as Americans. Let's be honest here. You are like slightly better than Americans, but you're the same. Come on.